It is official, people. We have finally made it back to the NBA season. NBA preseason kicks off today in Abu Dhabi with the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, I'm just still I'm happy. I've been waiting for the NBA season to come back, not only just as a fan to be able to watch it, but as one of those sports that you can grind out every night, bet on, play DFS wise and stuff like that. It's one of those things that I first initially have fell in love with whenever I first started DFS betting and stuff. So just to have it back, it's great. I miss the grind. I miss going over this stuff. Miss seeing the players, my favorite team and stuff, going out there playing, trying to make it to the playoffs, things like that. So this is good. I'm just happy. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the content. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zoe, and I'm with the No Days Off DFS group. Make sure you drop a like if this video helps you guys in any way, shape, or form, or any of the other videos that you find on the channel. If they help you out, go ahead, just drop that like. It means a lot. Thank you. All right, so like I said in the beginning of it, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to be playing in Abu Dhabi. It's going to be a noon game, so this video will be coming out early for you guys. But it's going to be interesting. Nonetheless, it is preseason. So if this will be your first time playing preseason, let's go over some basic rules, some basic things to understand when it comes down to preseason. Do not freak out if the star player goes out there and he only plays 20 minutes. That is going to happen. It is preseason. Until it's like the last dress rehearsal, they're not going to really play major minutes or anything like that. This is going to be the time for coaches to figure out maybe their starting lineups, rotations, things like that. Really just to get everyone some cohesion, just to gel, and to see some of the things they've been working on if their offensive flow is going to happen. So players like Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, more than likely only going to play maybe 20-25 minutes at the most out here in this first game. And players like Luka Doncic, who is coming off of a questionable tag, who just played in the World Cup, I wouldn't honestly expect him to play, especially with the fact that he's dealing with a thigh bruise. It's already been coming out. He said he's not 100% due to the thigh injury that he suffered during the FIBA World Cup. So, again, like I said, definitely something that you're going to want to pay attention to, because if Luka's out, possibly we'll just see Kyrie Irving leading this offense with a couple of rookies and maybe some Hardy, some Green, things like that. So something for us to pay attention to when it comes down to the value. Now, this will be more important, I guess, for when it comes down to like a regular slate. Showdown slate, of course, raw points, things like that. If Luke was to play, we're going to want those. Same thing with Kyrie, Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns. We're going to want their raw points here. And that's why I'm going to stress the emphasis on do not worry about the snowflake. Those raw points are what matters. Nailing the correct value play, of course, that's really what's going to help us in the preseason. Pay attention to those coaching notes and things like that that they talk about, that they say. Those are all going to be big things that we're going to want to pay attention to. And if you're trying to be able to pay attention, watch all that stuff, see the news and things like that, make sure you check the link down in the description below so you guys can follow the No Days Off Twitter. Follow No Days Off Twitter. The handle is right there also on the screen. The No Days Off Twitter. Follow that. I will be retweeting a lot of the stuff as I see it, as it comes out. I'll retweet it so you guys can be able to follow along with some of the coaching notes and things like that that are coming out for this. I will do my best, my true honest best, to be able to put out a full player pool for the slates with some notes, things like that. But definitely try to watch these videos if you guys can. I will be putting out cores for all the slates if I'm playing it, if I'm researching it. You guys already know I'm putting out the information. I'm putting out stuff for it, because it's no point in me just sitting here doing it and I'm not sharing none of the wealth and the stuff. I want to see everyone else succeed as well. That is why we grind and why we're doing this stuff over here with the No Days Off group. All right, so going ahead, let's go ahead and start trying to break this down. Starting with the Dallas Mavericks side, looking at that, we already touched on Luka Doncic and the injury and stuff for him, thigh bruise. I would be shocked if Luka actually plays. Like, he played the whole thing for the FIBA World Cup. I don't see any reason for him necessarily to play. Of course, if he was to play and they tell us that he's going to play 20 minutes, I mean, he's the best player on the court. There's no reason for us to not go ahead and actually play him. Maybe there will be some merit to not playing him inside of the captain MVP slot. I would definitely consider that more of a utility player, something of the sort. But Luka plays, okay, cool. Now, if Luka was to be out, definitely would have some interest in Kyrie Irving. Of course, another player, if he's playing 20 minutes, I want those raw points that he's going to give me. Another player I would more play inside of my util position, not someone I'm going to want to shove and put into the captain spot. Rolling down, Tim Hardaway Jr., he's too score independent, someone I'm not going to rely on. And after just looking at some stuff in regards to it, looks like he is questionable for tomorrow's game with a right hamstring soreness. So already straight up out the gate, not even going to mess with that. Looking at Josh Green, I really do like his game, what he's been able to do. He's really a pretty good defender. Definitely, he's not going to chuck it like Hardy is. Definitely more aware in regards to that aspect. Definitely, he has upside for some rebounding, some assists. Can score with the best of him as well. Do not mind him here at the 9K price tag. Definitely would be a pivot off of Hardy if you're trying to get different. I wouldn't mind looking at him possibly as a captain play. Definitely someone I would consider. I know more than likely, a lot of people are going to be looking towards that Hardy as a play for the captain position, just for what this kid can go out here and do. We know he has the green light. He's going to chuck. And if Luka misses, like a lot of people and myself are expecting, definitely, I would expect Hardy to get the opportunity and the nod to go out there and just show what he can do, what he's worked on in the offseason. So Hardy, definitely a pretty solid play that we can go to. And definitely, if you're not going to play in the captain spot, someone I would consider go ahead and play in the util. Seth Curry, not going to mess with that. Another player, very score independent. Not really going to do too much. Max Kleber, definitely a fave for me. Lively, it's already come out that Lively, he is expected to be starting for them. One of their rookies. Looked pretty decent in the Summer League. Good value, sitting at 6K. Definitely someone that you're going to want in your player pool and possibly a play that you can go to. Dwight Powell, not going to mess with him at all whatsoever. Watched him in FIBA. One of the worst fantasy point per minute producers out there on the court. Horrible, just completely horrible. And then the matchup going up against Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Karl Anthony Towns, not going to mess with that at all anyway. So I really do not like that whatsoever. AJ Lawson, someone that you can go ahead go to. Definitely what happens inside the player pool. Possible play that we can go to, get a little bit different. Marquise Morris, I'm really not too sure exactly what his role is going to be on this team. It's definitely someone I'm not really going to mess with at all whatsoever. So not even looking at Marquise Morris. Grant Williams, another fantasy point per minute producer that is horrible, complete dog shit at what he does. He is expected to start unless he's going to go out there and knock down maybe like 3 threes and get you a couple rebounds and a steal or something like that. Not really going to pay off or anything. But 3,900 starting, not a bad play. And then everyone else down here, Jones Jr., Rashawn Holmes, Miles, Prosper, all these players, really not mess with any of them. The only one I would have a little bit of interest in, I think is a sneaky GPP play, would be Dante Exum. If you guys don't know, Dante, he went and played overseas for quite some time and worked on his game. And I really feel like he's come back this season to show what he can do. And he's looked pretty good overseas. Definitely think that's gonna contribute over here. No, he's not going to be a starter. None, needless to say. The starting roles, those are pretty much lined up. But I could see him being someone that could possibly lead and help out that second unit, especially with Hardy and Green out there in the second unit for them. So someone I will have my eye on in the preseason. Would expect him to back up, maybe some extra minutes behind Tim Hardaway Jr., Kyrie Irving, and stuff like that, especially if Doncic is going to already be out. Might be a little bit of a shorter rotation for these guards because I wouldn't expect some of the vets to really get all those minutes and things like that. But Dante Exum, someone I think you can definitely take a stab at and look at. If we look at the game logs from last season, for when their first preseason game, looking at what everyone played, Josh Green, he played 23 minutes, so of course that's why I got him pretty high on my pegging list for who I'm wanting to roster and play. Spencer Dinwiddie, he only played 16 minutes in that first game. Luka did not play inside of this game, but this will probably be an idea of what we can expect Kyrie to play. Maybe 16 to 18 minutes for Kyrie. That probably something we can expect right there. Dwight Powell, not starting. He's playing off the bench. Reggie Bullock, I don't even think he's not even with the team. Dorian Finney-Smith, he's not with the team anymore. Christian Wood, he played 25 minutes, so that was backup center right there. Hardy, he played 24 minutes off the bench. If he starts, I mean, I would expect him to play possibly 25, maybe 30 minutes. That would not be bad at all for him. So definitely going to be looking right there. And then everyone else, just 15, 14, 12 minutes. So something what we can expect for all these guys listed down here for the Dallas guys outside of the main guys that we want to target. All right, going over to the Minnesota Timberwolves side, looking at them, it all begins with, honestly, for Ant, for me. We already know him going out there, looking at first preseason game last year, 23 minutes, dropped 24 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Can't see any other stats, but in 23 minutes, that's not bad. So if you can tell me that Ant's going to go out here and get about 20 minutes to play, and just the domination that this guy can go out here and play with, the highlight plays that he can go out there and do, playing at Abu Dhabi, might want to show out. I definitely do like that. Would maybe take a risk at him as a captain MVP play because he possibly could get there if he's legit balling, but definitely someone I will have to have inside of my usual slot just because of what he's going to bring to the table. Karl Anthony Towns following right behind Ant, another top player that you're going to want to have inside the util spot. Not necessarily someone I'm going to want to play inside of the MVP just because it's Towns. It's Towns, man. Towns, he's just so flip-floppy up and down, and I want to see it work between him and Rudy. Really, I don't feel like it meshed too well with them two. Both of them missed way too many games last season to get it going, and then when it did, it was just kind of too late for them. Anyway, Rudy Gobert, fuck him. Not even going to talk about Rudy. Mike Conley. Now let me go back to Rudy. Rudy Gobert, honestly, probably he's just too up and down. Not gonna really even mess with him unless he goes like here. Possibly can get you like 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 6-8 points or something like that. That wouldn't be bad, but I would prefer Towns over him anyway. But other than that, I really do not like Rudy Gobert. Mike Conley, definitely not playing him. Vet, there's no reason for him to go out here and play. Kyle Anderson, kind of the same thing with him. No reason for him to go out here and really play any minutes like that. If anything, probably like a 15 or so minutes for him. Definitely be playing off the bench. Jalen McDaniels, definitely do like the upside for him. Defensive player that can go out there and just lock down anybody. Can definitely has the blocks and steal upside. Can also score a little bit as well and rebound. So I really don't mind Jalen McDaniels as another play for us to go to. Looking at last season's preseason, Jalen McDaniels played about 19 minutes, 10 points, 3 rebounds. So that's not too bad for him. So definitely we'll look at Jalen McDaniel. Let's see everyone else like here. Miller, Leonard Miller. I want to say he played decent in their summer league. Not a bad play. Definitely would have to consider him. Nickeil Alexander Walker played decent in FIBA. Got hot. Was shooting really well out there in the FIBA competition. Someone you could probably take a flyer on at 6K. Fill-in spot. Naz Reid. If Naz is good to go, we already know he is like one of the best fantasy point producer players out there whenever he touches the court. If you're going to tell me he's going to get about 15 minutes out there, definitely want Naz. Will definitely be inside the player pool. Let's see. Moore Jr. I don't know. Probably not. Everyone else down here, not really looking to him. Milton, he's one of those oddballs. I know what he can do. I know what he brings to the table. If he's going to probably play maybe about 15 minutes, like I already said, I really don't expect Mike Conley to play. Maybe I could see going to Shake Milton as a last play, but if I had to choose between him and Dante Exum, definitely will be going with Dante Exum just for the upside that I think Dante is going to be able to bring to the table. So looking through, trying to find anything on the Timberwolves, any news, any notes, stuff like that. All I'm seeing is these guys, they're out here riding camels. They're playing the Xbox on the sand out there, taking pictures, of course, sightseeing. I have not seen truly any news or anything like that for the Timberwolves, but definitely will keep you guys posted if I can actually find something. Looks like we got some shoot around right here for them, but outside of that, really not finding too much in regards to Timberwolves, but definitely we'll try to get some news or something like that out for you guys. Now, I know when I first started this recording, the props for NBA preseason was slowly starting to populate. Right now, they only have 4-player props up. I want to say Anthony Edwards actually opened up at 14.5 if I'm not mistaken. I would definitely take the over on that, especially if I get word that he's going to at least play about 20-ish minutes, and just the production of what he was able to go out there and do last season. Like I said, first game, 24 points in that game. Let's see, what did he do in the second game? Anthony Edwards, 23 minutes. That was going up against the Lakers. Let's see, going up against the Clippers, Ant, 14. Only 5. Wow, that is piss posh. And in the last game, it's really not too much. But first game, I just feel like they're going to try to show out there over there in Abu Dhabi, put on a show for these guys. This is part of the NBA's outreach programs, just visiting other places, things like that. If you guys don't have a PrizePicks account, make sure you guys check the link down in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on PrizePicks. Same thing for DraftKings. If you guys don't have an account, make sure you guys check those links down so you guys can get those deposit match bonuses and everything. Right now, Taco Tuesday going on. We got Brian Robinson Jr. For his 7.5 fantasy score. Take the over on that. The Chicago Bears, if you have not paid attention or if you're living under a rock, they cannot stop the run to save their life. They give up the most fantasy points right now to opposing running backs. This is definitely a heavy over. Also have if you play on sportsbooks or anything like that, anytime touchdown right now for Robinson, if you can get that, go ahead and smash the over on that, because there's no way they're going to keep him out of the end zone at all whatsoever. It's probably going to be a dragged out, slug it out type game for Washington tomorrow anyway. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me for this breakdown. Hopefully, you guys got a little bit of something. Pay attention. If you guys want to see my core, my player pool, and the props that I actually do lock in, if they do add more props, make sure you guys check the link down in the description below for the Patreon. All that will be up there. Hopefully, you guys cash out on this and any other stuff that you guys are watching. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.